Hello, dear students. Today we will take up lesson number 6 of your English literature book, that is The Helpful Young Man. And from this lesson, we are going to start our final term. The Helpful Young Man by Shahryar. This is a story with a theme that goodness of heart never goes waste and is always rewarded. Here, a young man is the central character who was very kind hearted, and he always helped everyone in need or distress. He faced all the challenges to help restore his blind father's eyesight. He spared the life of a fish, and he rescued the buck and the jackal that were being chased by the hunters. All these incidents highlighted his helpful nature. And with the blessing of the god and by a stroke of luck, he got married to a princess and became a prince. Now we move towards the text of the story. Once upon a time there lived a peasant who had 7 sons and plenty of land. One morning, when the peasant woke up, he found himself blind. A number of doctors were consulted and much money was spent, but in vain. One day a strange fakir visited the blind peasant and said he could see again if the ash of the eyes of a particular fish could be arranged and rubbed in his eyes. So it was decided that one of his sons would go to fetch the fish. 6 of his elder sons got scared, therefore, they were reluctant to go for the purpose. They advised their father to send the youngest son for it. The old man sent for him and asked him to fetch the required fish. It means that once the father had 7 sons, and one day when he woke up, he found himself blind. At that time there were no doctors, and one day a fakir was passing through the village and he saw the blind man, and he told them a cure to revive his eyesight. And he asked them to bring a particular fish so that they could rub the ash of the eyes of the fish with his blind father so that he could see again. And all the 6 brothers, the elder ones, refused to go, and hence they sent the youngest brother. Now, the young man set out for the remote ocean. And the young man was very obedient and kind, and he really wanted that his father could see again. And he went in search of the fish, and after facing many difficulties, problems, calamities, he reached the ocean, and he caught the fish also. And the fish was scared, and it was a magical fish, and she requested him to throw it back into the ocean, and I will help you whatever you want from me. And the young man narrated the whole story to the fish, stated that he needed its eyes. And the fish was scared and told that I would give you some sand and you could touch the sand with his father's eyelid, and his father could see again. But spare my life, leave me into the ocean. As we have already read that the young man was very kind hearted, and he spared the life of the fish, and he threw it back into the ocean and collected, and then the fish gave him some sand, and he collected the sand and touched it with his father's closed eyelids. And soon, what happened? The father was revived. He could see again, and the other 6 elder sons got scared that now the youngest son had revived the blindness of the father. Now he could see again. He would be father's favorite, and they decided to kick him out of their house so that they could get all the property of the father. And the young man was very kind and simple. They, his elder brothers, made a plan, and they requested father that the young man should go out of the house. And it was just a chance that his eyesight had been restored. It was possible that the touch of the sand could have caused him injury. And it was as bad luck to the young man that he had to leave the house. And the good son, he was a good son, was disgraced to leave the house for his dishonesty. It was proved that he was dishonest. He was asked to bring the ash of the eyes of a particular fish. Rather, he brought some sand. So he was proved dishonest by the elder sons before their father, and the father also obeyed his son, and the youngest son was allowed to leave the house. And he left the house and roamed aimlessly as he had nowhere to go. Now, in your homework, you will read lesson 6. Till then, signing off. Goodbye. Take good care of yourself.